Guess what? I found my mojo. I found my mojo. And I've been sewing. So, I don't know. Okay, so I have 3 makes, a fail, and a works in progress to show you today. Super excited. Let's get into it. First make is this very subtle, adorable top. I didn't have the energy to start something completely new, especially since I have a huge bin of unfinished things. So I just pulled some things from that bin, and that's what I finished up this month, or last month for May. So this black top has little like subtle roses on it. It's stretchy, and I used Butterick 5215, and I did the semi-fitted version right there, and super easy. Whoop. Super easy. When I first started it, which was embarrassing a long time ago, probably a year or so ago, I got stuck on the neckband and just set it aside. And I'm so glad I picked it up and sucked it up and finished it, because it's very wearable. Is it perfect? No, but it was super simple, and I just ended up turning this over once and sewing it. I wish I would have done so with black thread instead of a dark green and white, but you know, it's done and wearable. Next, I'll put this over here. Next, we have this little number. It is a sleeveless with a little flounce covering on it. It's a rayon, and I started this when my now husband and I first started dating almost 2 years ago, and I got stuck on the sleeves and just set it aside. So this is what I used, McCall's 7542, and I did view A with the little tulip sleeve, I guess that is. That's how it started out, but the fit was awful, and it just frustrated me to no end. And so what I ended up doing was literally chopping off the sleeves, the little flutter sleeves, chopping them off. And when I did so, I had these cute little ruffly bits, and I thought, why don't we make that? Because I had kind of chopped up the neckline. The neckline was supposed to be just, you know, round, and I was trying everything to get this thing to fit, but it wasn't. And it was me. It's not the pattern. The pattern is fine. It was me. I cut out the wrong size 2 years ago, and it continued to be the wrong size. It was way too big, and so it was super big up here, and I was trying to combat that. So I ended up making a little V neckline, and so I ended up with this, and I really like it. It's not perfect, but that's not what I was going for. I was going for finished. I was going for follow through. So I finished it. It's just got a little hook and eye closure at the top. It's got little flutter sleeve things, and it's done, and it's adorable. Next up is just a super simple, didn't turn out super great, skirt for a costume slash cosplay outfit. I'll insert a picture if I know how of the costume. It's supposed to be, it's the skirt that goes to a Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers costume cosplay. I had the glasses, I had the socks, I have the shoes, I have the barrette, I have the wig. And I had originally bought this fabric to make the skirt and never did. I had it all cut out. I even bought a zipper to match and never did it. I mean, it's like these little A-line skirts are the easiest things to make. And I didn't do a great job on this one, but it was super easy. And I just need to kind of fix the hem a little bit and tighten it up because it is a little big on me. Again, cut it out a long time ago, and done. Little blue skirt. Little side zipper, like this. It's fine. Is it finished and pretty on the inside? No, but it's done. And that was pretty cool. So those are, oh, I'm sorry, I used this super old New Look 6415 pattern, the skirt pattern, obviously. Super old, like 2004. I mean, it's not super old, but you know. I think that's one of the very first, if not the very first sewing pattern I ever bought. Because that's around the time I got into sewing. So, kind of neat. The end of the video, I'll show clips of me wearing those 3 things so you can kind of see them on me. That's always fun. And now on to the failure. This Simplicity 1356 from you know, Jiffy redone or whatever. It's just supposed to be a really easy throw on dress that's reversible, right? Super easy. And I had originally bought this, I don't know, super thin cotton red fabric and this striped red and blue fabric for a different sewing pattern, but decided, hey, why don't we cut this up and make this the reversible little Simplicity dress? And when I did that, I realized I didn't have enough fabric and that I couldn't, I tried, it was missing like a corner swoop of the skirt part of the dress. I was like, oh, I'll just piece it together. It's fine. I just want to get this done. I just want to keep my sojo going. It's fine. It doesn't have to turn out perfect. Well, I don't have enough fabric. I just don't. And it frustrated me, and it just was a fail. It's just a fail. So I'll use the fabric for something else, because, you know, the pieces are pretty big, so I should be able to cut something smaller. Possibly my original intended top. But that was my fail for the month. It takes a lot of fabric. A lot. I mean, let's see. Oh, not to mention, this is not really my size anyway. It was just, the more I went with it, I'm like, okay, this is not working. I'm just gonna put it aside. So, fail, but that's okay. I'll do something else with the fabric and it'll be fine. My works in progress is something I started the very beginning of May. I had a little Mother's Day weekend with my mother, and I started it then. And it is a Christmas project. I mean, you know, it's never too early. And let's see if I can find a good picture of it. It's a cross stitch. And let's see if I can show you that. It's this thing right here. See if it'll kind of zoom in a little bit. It says Merry Christmas. And I don't like the colors they use because you can barely tell what it says. But this is kind of the chart of it. And this is my version so far. I changed out a lot of the colors just based on what I had and what I thought would look kind of more vintagey, kitschy kind of thing. And this is a C, and then starting the H. And it's super fun. I haven't worked on it any in June yet, but I've been, this is what I worked on and started when my sewing motivation was gone. So this was very helpful, and I like doing cross stitch and embroidery while I sit and watch TV in the evenings. So it's a nice little project. I don't really expect to ever have it done or anything. It's a good little mindless kind of project. And I might work on that tonight while I watch Handmaid's Tale. Anybody else? Anybody else watch Handmaid's Tale? I saw a little YouTube thing that it was available. So hopefully Hulu will work correctly, because last night I was trying to watch Fear the Walking Dead and get caught up, and Hulu kept crashing on me. And it does that every now and then. Does it do that to anybody else every now and then? So hopefully tonight I can watch some Handmaid's Tale, because my husband had to go to work early, so I had the whole evening to myself. I'd much rather him be home, but whatever. And yeah, so that's what I got. That's what I made. That's what I failed on, and that's what I have working in progress. So hope you enjoyed. I have another video coming up of my June plans. I don't like to do the June plans because they change all the time, you know. I hardly ever stick to the plan. So, but I'll do one. I like watching them, and, you know, why not? So, be on the lookout for that. Please like and subscribe if you are not already. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Bye!